to the ceremony of graduation of our 8th grade students. It's a great moment and we're really happy to share it with you. Before we start, I want to remind you all that we are expecting you to join us at the reception in the gym right after following the ceremony. With this, please now welcome the faculty of French American International School. It's my great pleasure to present to you the graduating class of 2010. Don't they look beautiful? Amazing. Madame le proviseur, Madame la représentante du conseil de gestion, chers collègues, chères familles et très chers élèves. It is my privilege as the middle school principal to act as master of ceremony for this great event. In fact, I feel very honored that I stand before you today for one of the greatest moments of the year and one of the defining moments in the life of your children and our students. This is my first graduation ceremony with French American International School. I wish to express in front of you how privileged I feel to be part of such an outstanding, vibrant, and diverse community of teachers and of families. Thank you for having me with you. Therefore, I would like first to thank the people in this room who made my first year easier and enjoyable, in fact. I would like to thank Jane for her wisdom and her trust. The officers of the Middle School Board of Parents, if Stephanie Lima, the chairman, is in the room, please stand. Okay, Stephanie, thank you very much. I would like to thank my close team, Michael Hicks, the middle school coordinator, and Pierre Lecor, the dean of students. This was great teamwork all year long. And of course, I want to thank Leslie Adams, who coordinated and organized this event and this ceremony beautifully for us. Thank you, Leslie. Last but not least, before I dive into the thoughts this rite of passage inspires in me, I wish to thank the amazing faculty of our school for their professionalism and dedication to our students, but furthermore, I wish to recognize their passion for education, their patience and attention to each student every day, year after year. Would the faculty please rise and face the audience? Thank you. Please be seated. Now, all those amazing qualities would be wasted if you, the families, did not trust us with your children. And I know for a fact that you do, and that you have been doing so all these years, some of you since kindergarten. In fact, 47 of those students today, out of 51 in the class, are with us since first grade or kindergarten. And for many of you, you will also trust us for another 4 years, as most of these students are entering international in the fall. However, wherever you go, student of the class of 2010, you will always be part of our family, and you will take a part of us with you. In fact, as I sat down to write this speech, I pondered about and reflected on my own years in middle school, and then in high school. I thought of my teachers, my friends, my dreams at the time. And suddenly I realized that I had many more memories of my middle school years than of my high school years. I would say that I can remember all of my teachers in middle school, and only a couple for my senior year in high school. I can still say some German poems and some songs that I learned in 6th grade. Well, that's all the German I remember. I remember my German teacher in 6th grade too, whom I loved so much that I decided I wanted to become a French language teacher in Germany. It turned out to be in the US, not Germany, but the world was not as global in the 70s. I also remember my Latin teacher, who was making prophecies. I, Mireille, was going to marry a senator. Well, 40 years later, I still wonder what that had to do with Latin. And needless to say, it didn't happen, at least not yet. I also remember my ancient Greek teacher, who used to repeat every year that we needed to forget the language 7 times in order to master it once and for all. And needless to say, being the obedient students that we were, we dutifully and joyfully forgot it all over the summer as part of our summer work. I remember also discovering contemporary poetry and literature in 8th grade with the likes of Queneau, Ionesco, and Tardieu. Jean Tardieu's poem, La Môme Néant, started a huge controversy among parents. They complained to the head of school that Tardieu was not a poet in his own right, and that he was going to spoil our grammar. Well, Jean Tardieu had won the highly regarded Grand Prix de l'Académie Française, but I must admit this was against the will of the Parents' Association in my school.